Hello, it's Klepto, and today I am here to test out the new Assist Wig Kantan Ketaba Maker, which is easy weft maker. This is a new product released by Assist Wig, which is a big wig brand here in Japan, and one that I shop with a lot because they have an actual physical store here in Osaka. But this kind of blew up on Japanese Twitter as soon as it got released. It's essentially like a glueless weft maker. It just heats up along this edge, and then you can make wefts without needing any messy glue, which would be amazing because the process of making wefts is always kind of a pain and very, very messy. So today we are going to give this a try and see how it works. And yeah, I mean, just a lot of people have been talking about it, so I thought it'd be fun to test it out with all of you and just like see together for the first time, like, how does this work? So let's give it a try. I also saw some people saying online that this is essentially a plastic bag sealer. Like, it actually looks exactly the same, just branded differently. So, if this works well, perhaps if you're overseas, the bag sealer could be something that you could use, also. So we'll see. So here it is. We've got the cord to plug it in. It has a little thing here to keep the cord out of the way, which is smart because you wouldn't want to iron over the cord. And let's take a look at the directions. So I believe what it said was that you have to, okay, so it's got 6 settings. Here on the top you can, okay, I don't know why it says, oh, okay. It says set it to 6, but it goes up to 8. You just change this little dial here, but it says set it to 6. And then, okay, it just opens and closes like this. You just press on it. It's like a giant chip clip. And then you are gonna press this. Hold on. I gotta actually read. I'm not reading. Okay, so yeah, you want to adjust the dial on top depending on how much hair you put inside. Okay, so you're gonna press down on the end, put the weft that you want to put inside, and then you are gonna leave it there for, hold on, okay. I actually have to read. Sorry, I'm too excited about this. Focus. Okay, so while it is blinking, it's heating up. It says to press the switch. What switch? Oh, okay. There's a little button on top, and it says press it until the light goes off. So I guess you put the hair in, you press this, and then it's heating up while the light goes off. And then once the light goes off, let it cool down for 3 seconds, and then take the weft out. Okay, so that seems pretty easy. It says, like, while it's cooling down for those 3 seconds, leave it inside here. Okay, so once you, like, melt one weft, let it take a break for over 1 minute until you melt the other weft. Or, like, do it again, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So it might not be as fast as it sounds like. If you use it, like, over and over again without waiting for that minute in between, it will become too hot, and then it will, like, cause damage to the machine itself. So that's why you have to wait 1 minute in between. Still, a lot better than, you know, using messy glue, so that could be cool. Interesting, though. Okay, because I feel like it's, you know, said on the front that it's so fast. Yeah, like, you just, you know, you put it in, and then you just do it right away really fast. But it actually needs a little bit more time than that. Okay. I also thought I saw something about how you're supposed to do it on one side and then flip it over and do it on the other side, but I maybe that was in their instructional video? but I am not seeing that on the directions. So we're just gonna give it a try and find out how it works. So let's plug this in. And okay, so we've set it to 6. And I guess we just, okay, so it doesn't just heat up. It's only when you press it that it's heating up. Oh, I hear it. Wow, it heats up fast. Okay, so I guess now that we've got this plugged in, what we need to do is get our weft. So I have some wig hair here. This is left over from my wig that I made for Caitlin from Arcane. Why did I save this? I don't know. It was just like a lot of really nice wig hair. And also in case I needed to add anything more to hers, I thought it would just be a good idea to save it. So let's take a little amount of this and brush it out nicely so that it's all smooth. This has just been laying in a box, so it's kind of messier than if you were to do something that you like, some hair that you just cut off of a wig, but not bad, not bad. Okay, so this wig hair has also been crimped already, but we've got it like this. I'm just taking the amount that I would want, and that's kind of a big, like, it's not a huge weft, but like a bigger sized weft, something like that. Okay, so we're gonna put it in. I guess that it's easy that you put it in when it's cold because then you aren't gonna burn your fingers. Okay, and I'm gonna like arrange it here so that it's spread out nicely in the thickness that I want. This looks pretty good. Okay. Oh, I meant to put it on the side that you can see. That's actually this side. Hold on. Let me put it over here so you can see it better on the camera. Come on. Okay. Something like that. And then adjust it nicely. Okay, okay, that's looking pretty good. And then it's set to 6, and we're gonna hold this lamp until it goes off, right? Okay, which is gonna be, okay, so like we're pressing the thing and then it went off. Okay, that was really fast. I heard it heat up and sizzle, and then we're gonna count 1, 2, 3 because they wanted it to be like 3 seconds in between. Okay, and then we're gonna open this up. And okay, so part of it sealed. We can see that this part sealed and this part did not, like, at all. I'm not sure if I put too much in there, but even this part is definitely, oh yeah, coming apart very easily. Did you see that? It's coming apart super easily. So I don't know if you can see that it sealed like a little bit on the top, but not all the way through. So we're gonna try what they were showing online and flip it over. I'm just removing this part that didn't seal at all. And maybe we need to do it more toward the middle of the device too. I'm back. My phone ran out of storage, so I needed to clear some stuff off to make space, and also this thing needed to cool down for 1 minute. But I've got it flipped over and like in the same position as before, so we're gonna do this again. Okay, and wait. 1, 2, 3, and see how it did the second time. Okay, I guess the hair needs to overlap more because it's still like totally coming apart. It does not melt as much as I thought. And also, by the way, this is an Assist Wig, like, wig. So it's not that this is a different wig brand. It's just, it's really coming apart. I'm kind of surprised. Okay. Out of curiosity, what happens if we put this back in and keep trying? Like, is it that I just need to make the wefts way thinner? Like, okay, well, let's take this part that like fell off the first time off of the main weft. That's a lot less hair, and see how that goes. Yeah, the main issue that I'm seeing right here is also, why is this so long if it's not like gonna actually heat up very well? I don't know. Like, I feel like this thing could have been like this wide if that's all the hair that you can put in there. I mean, is it because it's a repurposed bag sealer? We're gonna find out. But okay, let's make this one, try to make this really uniform and even, and hopefully by the time that finishes 1 minute will have passed. I feel like if I'm doing this for an actual wig, I'm really gonna need to have a 1-minute timer just like on the table here, because I'm not gonna know when a minute passes. Okay, so that's a really nicely lined up amount of hair. It clearly needs to be like, the hairs need to be overlapping enough that they melt together, but it needs to be not so thick that it can like not go all the way through. So we're still on the setting for 6, by the way, so maybe we can turn it up if this doesn't work. I will say this thing also has these, which are really annoying, and I don't know why that's there. Probably because it's a repurposed bag sealer, but the hair gets stuck on there when I try to put it inside. Okay, I think it's been a minute. Let's try this again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That was a much smaller amount of hair, and it's still like not even sticking at all that time. I mean, it's melted on the top, but not very well. Okay, does it need to overlap more? Am I not overlapping it enough? Okay, let's do one that we like. Okay, we'll come back to this weft, but I'll seal it down like lower than before, because we were trying to seal it up here before. Let's do it over here and try to like put a thicker chunk in so that the hair is overlapping more. So let's get this in there. Okay, it's like really overlapping. That's a much thicker amount. Like if I was using glue, I'd probably spread it out a little bit more, but we're gonna try that. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video because I have to wait a minute now. Okay, I think that's been a minute, so we're gonna press this button again. 1, 2, 3, and like, let's just like wait like 5 seconds just to see if that helps. Okay, and open it up. Okay, it does do better when you put the hair more overlapping. Still the stuff on the left and right. Okay, this is the part that I sealed. The stuff on the left and right is coming off. The middle sealed pretty well. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna flip this over and try to hit it in exactly the same spot and see how well that does. I guess it just needs to overlap more. Okay, be back in 1 minute. Okay, so we hold the button, we let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit more. And let's see. Okay, doing it on both sides. Overall, it's holding together better, but as soon as we pull it a little bit, it starts coming apart. I'm gonna go up to 8 and see if that makes a difference, because this is still really like, I mean, I guess it's enough that if you cut this off now, and then like were to hot glue it onto a wig and you're already hot gluing it, like I guess it would stay, but it's really not doing a very good job. I thought this was going to be a lot better. So, okay, let's grab a little bit more wig hair. Find a nice piece. Wait, this is already a weft that I made out of glue. Okay, hold on. But I mean, I think you can see the big difference. This one, this hasn't been cut short, but like glue weft, completely indestructible. It stays together super well. You can kind of see the thickness of this, and like, yeah, like glue weft is super, super strong. It is messy, and I would love for this thing to work properly, so we're gonna keep trying. So here's some more hair. Okay, we're gonna do a nice little batch like this. I think this seems to be about the thickness that works with the machine. I've got wig hair all over the table now. Oh my god. Okay, we're on 8 now, so let's see if that helps. Put this in the middle. Okay, everything's lined up. Pressing it until the red light goes off, and then we'll wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait just a little bit more. like, I want to be on the safe side and make sure that this has got its best chance of working. Okay. Okay, that's looking better. Like, it sealed all the way across, including the ends. Looking way better. Okay, let's flip it over, get it into the right spot. Probably about there. Okay, and now we have to wait a minute. So again, I'll pause the video because you don't want to just sit here for a minute while I talk about random stuff. That's, I mean, I do that in other videos, so you don't need that in this video. Okay, and let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll take it out. Please work. Okay. Finally. There we go. There we go. We got a weft that's sticking together. Like, this is solid. Okay. Then we want to trim it. Let me grab a pair of scissors. I'll be right back. So we're going to trim off the extra so that we just have a nice little weft. Yeah, okay. That's good. That's like usable. It seems pretty strong. Oh, the end just popped off if I pulled too hard. But, okay, so the ends are going to be the part that are the hardest to get to seal correctly. But yeah, this part is now very strong, like a glue weft. So I guess the key is the hair should be kind of like when you put it in kind of in a clump, maybe less spread out than I would do for a glue weft. Put it on 8 because 6 does nothing, and then definitely like heat it up on both sides. So let's, now that we've got the solution, let's try it again just to like see if we can do it consistently. So we'll take some wig hair out. There we go. Let's take some wig hair and brush this out nicely. Okay, it's still set to 8. Put this inside. Make sure it's like pretty well clumped together. There we go. Okay, looking good. And press the button. Okay, now we wait 1 minute. No, wait. This is the part that we wait 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll take it out of there. Okay, looking much better. And to make sure, okay, so this, yeah, it's sealed across the front really well. The hair in the back is still coming off. I hope you can see this well. I keep putting it in front of my black shirt, but like, yeah, maybe I should have, I wish I had a wig hair of a different color to show you, but yeah, okay. So the back part is still not sealed at all. We'll flip it over, get it in the same spot. Okay, now we gotta wait 1 minute. The waiting 1 minute part is kind of annoying. I did bring a timer. I should have used it this time. But I guess, you know, it's still, if this works well, it's still easier than doing the glue method. So just put on a YouTube video or something in the background to watch while you wait for 1 minute in between pressing the button. But okay. I think that's been 1 minute, not exactly probably, but it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. Okay, and wait 3 to 5 seconds again, just to be safe, and then I think we can take it out. Okay, and yeah, it's sealed in the same spot on the front and back. Okay, there we go. Here's another pretty good weft. Nice and sturdy. Let's cut off the excess hair. Yay. Okay. Again, the little end pieces are kind of falling apart more than glue might, but that's not a bad weft. Okay, there we go. Can you see it? It's stuck together pretty well. So I think, oh, there comes another piece. Okay, so just don't pull it too hard. And yeah, I guess you'll want to, oh, hold on. Okay, so this was kind of a thick one, right? And we sealed it on the front and the back. It's splitting from the middle. Like it just split down the middle. Which I thought it needs enough hair overlapping to, okay. So the tricky thing about this is you have to have enough hair overlapping each other that it's going to be able to melt together. But if you have too much, then it will only seal like the top and bottom and not the middle. So now I've kind of like, so it was like this. I've peeled it open like this and it's stuck together like that now. I guess, what if I put it in one more time to seal the inside part that is now its own side? Okay, let's see. Give it a second to cool down. I feel like this will be good now, but like this is not quite as easy. Okay. We're getting there. I almost feel like you'd have to melt it quite a few times to get it fully. Yeah, because even this wants to like separate a little bit on the inside. So, well, it sticks it together well enough that you could, you know, hot glue this onto a wig, and it keeps it together enough that the glue will, you know, the glue is ultimately what's going to hold it in. So my thoughts. I mean, I'm sure that with playing around with it more, you'd be able to adjust it to the right sort of, you know, like thickness of how much hair you have to put in here. I do think it's really unnecessary that it's this long when you're only going to be using like that much at a time. I think the length of it and the fact that it heats up along the whole thing is actually kind of detrimental to, like, you don't realize how much you can put in. I mean, theoretically, I guess you could put in a lot of wig hair all at once, line it up, but nobody's going to do that because that's difficult. So that's one of the ways in this, which this is definitely not its own product. It is a repurposed bag sealer. Yeah, considering that at 6 it was really not working and 8 it's starting to work, I wish the temperature setting went up even higher. I think the crazy thing to me is that this is, you know, this is an Assist product. I'm using an Assist wig. Other wigs might even need to be higher temperatures to be melted. Like the 2 wig brands that I usually use here in Japan are Assist and Class A. And like when I crimp the wigs, Class A can definitely like take a little bit more heat than Assist. The wig fibers are generally at like a slightly higher quality. So this makes me think that if an 8 barely works on an Assist wig, then it's going to be really hard to get that to work on a Class A wig. So I wish this temperature went up higher. Also, the fact that you are starting on 6, like, I don't know, what would 4 be like for a cheap Amazon wig or something? But like, there's no way that you're going to use like 1, 2, 3. Like, what would that even be for? Not for wigs, that's for plastic bags. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little disappointed. I had high hopes that this was going to like almost fully replace glue wefts, even though we knew it wasn't going to entirely replace glue wefts because, you know, when you need wefts that can go like along the hairline of a wig, you're still going to want to do glue wefts so that you can, you know, get a nice jagged edge and make that hairline look good. But I was hopeful for that for all the wefts that are, you know, not along the hairline, that this would work. But I don't think it's going to replace the glue wefts. Is it just that I need to play around with it and try more, keep experimenting more? I'm wondering a little bit if it has anything to do with the fact that I crimped the wig hair ahead of time, but I don't think it should. And actually, like, you know, where you're sealing it near the root of the wig is not nearly as crimped as, like, further down. So I don't think that should be affecting it. But yeah, the way that this is all, like, coming apart and just really not sealing that well is kind of disappointing. So I would say if you need really tiny wefts that are just, like, a little a little tiny point here that, like, who's gonna use that? Let's be honest. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll keep playing around with it a little bit more, but first impression is that this is actually not worth your money. So I'm very disappointed to say that, and I hope that they can put out another product that will be better. Things that I would improve in the next version would be to make one of these that is shorter so that you are not actually like dealing with all this space that you're not going to use. You know, make it weft size. Don't make it huge. Make the heat much higher because this is not working, and just don't even bother putting the lower heat settings. And yeah, I think, again, the fact that it has to cool down for 1 minute in between uses is because it's a repurposed bag sealer and not a product specifically designed for this purpose. So I'd really like to see a product where you didn't have to wait the 1 minute cool down time, or that it had a lamp on here. By lamp, I mean light. Sorry, in Japanese they usually call it like rampu. But a light on here that would show, you know, after you used it when it was ready to use again. Because having to have a separate timer to track like when a minute has gone by is really annoying. So yeah, this product just does not feel designed for the purpose that you're trying to use it for. So wow, that was not the result I was expecting. I was so expecting to come in here and show you guys this and go, wow, this is the future of weft making, and I'm never going to have to make glue wigs again, hardly. But unfortunately, that is not the case. So I do have a wig coming up that I need to make some wefts for, and I think I'm going to go back to glue wefts. But yeah, this has been your review. I hope this saved you some money, and I hope that Assist or some other company will develop a better product in the future. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you again in another video sometime soon. All right, bye.